Yeah, hi, welcome. This is Dance Walker Tarot. This is air sign. It's a twin flame soulmate union reading. But I didn't know that until I flipped all of the cards out. This came out first, so I was like, oh boy, what is this? I spoke too soon. I'm glad I pre-pulled these cards though, because I literally screamed. I absolutely just screamed when I pulled these cards, and I'll show you why in a sec here. If you're a reader, you'll be like, oh my god, what? Okay. It's one of those moments where you're just like, okay. This is very significant for someone. This is a very significant period of their life, of your life, whoever I'm talking to. So this is either about you or who you're about to come into twin flame soulmate union with. If you aren't necessarily focused on that, this still could be for you, because I feel like you're focused on your career. They're focused on their career. You have seemingly nothing in common. Like, seemingly nothing in common, but you actually, and you might even feel that way, or they do at first. Or it's just the way the world will view this. And if you already know that going into it, it will be less of a struggle for you. Because you have way more in common than what you don't have in common. It just might not be apparent. It could be under the surface. I mean, you could have come from completely different cultures. There's definitely an age difference here, because there will be some resistance. For one of the two of you, at least, or maybe the both of you. Because I see you guys kind of mirroring each other spiritually. Even if you're from opposite sides of the planet, it's like the stars aligned and you have found each other. And it started slow, but you grew to love each other, or you will. You'll grow to love each other very, very deeply, on a physical and a spiritual level. You'll understand each other in a way that no one else will. And no one else will understand this love. Maybe not their family, maybe not your family. If you have a platform, maybe not your fans, maybe not their fans. It's not up to them. It could be that the younger of the two is still coming out of a place where... Was that? Oh. A little tilted. I was like, that's not... Okay. There. Straighten that out a little bit there. A little more devoted to their friend circle or the workplace. And it's just kind of a matter of... I don't know, I'm just like you two looking each other in the eye for the first time. So, if you haven't met yet, there's definitely going to be more of a spiritual connection first. Like, you might meet in dreams first. This is interesting. Let me just go over these cards. Take it as it resonates, whether you're one side or the other. Okay. Take a breath. Should we talk about what you have in common? So Justice Enlightened Shadow deck is... you could... So this is your past, what you have in common. Significant to pull this major for you too. So you've both had to separately, in different ways, balance yourselves. Ooh, I gotta move that guitar. Balance yourselves out. So but I feel like you were both, okay, this is what I'm getting. No matter what the age difference is, you were both like old babies, like old children. Like, did you ever see, there was a meme a while back about old looking babies, like they come out disapproving, like, oh, no, that, like, no, that is not what we do around here, that sort of thing, like little old babies. Or you were, no matter where you were in the family, you could be the youngest child or the middle child or the oldest child, but it's like you were more of a parent than the parent. Or you were always kind of the one who was running the show, something like that. But no matter what position you were in, whether it's at home or at work or at school or with your friends or even in a relationship, it's like you both were the stable, calm presence in the situation, or you brought a stable, calm presence to whatever situation you were in. In that deck, specifically stability, balance, a self-control. Like you're personally both very sensitive to injustice. Like you might feel personally hurt when you see injustice happen in the workplace or in the world. So you do have that in common. Or you could have a Libra placement. You could both have worked in court of law or the justice system or maybe military, something like that. But you both have an ingrained sense of justice that's kind of beyond time and space, and you won't have to explain yourself to them about morals, ethics, why you feel the way you do. You won't ever have to plead your case to be treated fairly by this person, and vice versa, because you were both maybe treated unfairly. There's an injustice there, and I'm getting that you both were at the receiving end of a dirty tricks team in one way or another. You know, it could have been like a gang stalking situation. And if you're, very scientifically minded and you're like, that doesn't happen, that's for crazy people, gang stalking, no, I mean, come on. People have committed atrocities for free in the past. Like, hello, slavery, genocide. You don't think someone would follow someone around for some money or a gift card? Let's be honest. They would. So, I don't know. So maybe y'all have been at the receiving end of threats and maybe even follow through with threats. But it's your presence, your calm, your stability that got you through it. And same with them. Okay, so what you have in common right now is great. Look. Fire of Earth Father. With that Libra there. So you both could have a balanced chart, or you're both just you're both Mother Nature's son, Mother Nature's daughter, Mother Nature's baby. You understand life, death, the circle of life, like the song. You trust the earth and the earth trusts you. That's what I'm getting. And same for them. They trust the earth and the earth trusts them. So you both feel a deep connection to the earth. And so in this deck specifically, I'm looking pretty hard here at the King of Pentacles helmet. In this kingship, he has Mongolian ancestry, or, oh God, what is it? Hun? Maybe? In their ancestry. So, so it's not just about strength or power or having the biggest castle here. There's a regality that brings a sense of calm justice to the world. Okay, so I don't know, maybe you could have Mongolian heritage, or your person does, or Han. Or Han. But this is about peace and composure. Peace and composure. Because you make it so, or because they make it so. You have this in common, so you don't need to prove anything. And so you won't need to prove anything to each other as far as what you need for peace, security, balance, abundance. So you won't need to explain your side or your ethics, and you won't need to plead your case for abundance, for money, for security. Okay, so there's I don't know, I'm just getting the abundance of a damn fine life. Like, what's mine is yours. What's yours is mine, because it all comes from Mother Earth anyway. We're all guests. We're all children of Mother Earth. So there's a lot of love there. And there's a lot of wisdom there. And it's going to feel really good to be understood like that, is what I'm getting. After you get to know each other, after you get past this, I guess you could call it like maybe a matrixy, mana-y overlay grid that might make you to look like it could never work, or you could never love each other, or never be devoted to each other, but you can, and you would, and you will. And y'all don't have to prove that to anyone else. And you both will be settled in your self-awareness, in your own wisdom, on your own path. In the future, what do you have in common? The High Priestess. So, alright, I'm a little slow. I knew that wasn't bad. I knew that was good. That's a good moon. This is a good moon. So it could be that you have, oh yeah, the crossroads. Meet me at the crossroads. The crossroads. Okay, yeah, you guys have gone past the ego death and the rebirth to meet, even if you're not quite sure where it ends. There with the moon. Or it just could be that this is completely still mysterious, and it needs to be completely still mysterious until you've kind of bonded in the dream state, maybe, so that you can recognize each other. But this is the mistress of the crossroads. This is lunar knowledge. This could be that you have a set of skills or occult knowledge or wisdom. Okay, and occult just means hidden. It's not evil. It's not bad. I think you both have, with that crossroads, chosen your side, and you've chosen the path of light, of wisdom, of knowledge, of growth, of spirituality. And so you're about to come into a spiritual union, maybe spiritually first before physically. But this is about the soul of the world embracing you and empowering you. This is uniting opposites, huh? Uniting opposites. The yin and the yang. Spirit of the earth has nothing to do with all the other people, a lot of which have forgotten that we all are guests here, you know? So this is okay. It needs to be secret at first. Even when you do come together, it needs to be just like, as if you can keep as much of this relationship off of social media that you can. And if you're like, oh, well, that's a little too late for that. It's never too late to take back your privacy. It's never too late to take control over your image or your career. And let love lead. I think whoever you both are, you've built enough of a foundation. So if you are in the industry, don't let them brainwash you with this, no, you got to keep going. It's never enough. It's never good enough. It's never good enough. It's never good. I mean, do you feel satisfied with what you've done and where you are? That's all that matters. Same with them. But there's a tug of war there in your world and theirs. It doesn't matter if it feels perfect for you. You don't worry about lasting forever and ever and ever. That's not what it's about here. So let's talk about you guys, what to do, what not to do, now that we know that it's different. It's unique. It's seemingly opposites coming together. Should I show you these cards? Why I screamed? Okay, hold on. How's this gonna go? Pull 8 of Swords, okay, for where you kind of are transitioning to 8 of Wands, okay, to 8 of Cups, to Prince of Pens. I can't even talk. Like, I'm looking at this like, what the fuck? I mean, I could cry. Man, if there ever was a fated union. Wow. Okay. So this is also what you're going through. Oh, hold on, let me put that back up there. Yeah. You all were at the ooh, let me look at that. Okay. So it could be that you both were at the receiving end of some sort of a dirty Twix. Yeah, it really, really just needs to be the two of you. It's y'all against the world, seriously. You need that. It needs to be that way. It needs to be you two against the world. You both have angered some dark masters separately in y'all are renegades. Okay, it doesn't matter how different you are. You are warrior, monk, renegade, the eye of the storm. Y'all can exist in a calm, stable place in the eye of the storm. Everyone else around you guys, they're gonna get caught up in something here. So you guys might come together soon. Like with this, it's looking like you come together fast. This is gonna happen fast. The meeting's gonna happen fast. The feeling of yeah, I know you. You're the one. Like holding each other's hand like Twix. Like you want to stay in a sleeping bag together with each other and you never, I don't know, you never felt that way before. Like you could be stuck in a sleeping bag with them. That's random, but okay. So there was an obligation that you both, okay, this must be this. It could be that you both, someone tried to kill you, someone tried to kill them, someone felt No, wait, let me think. Should I get the book? This deck is specifically hardcore with Eight of Swords. That's why I was screaming. Specifically captive, bondage. What's this for? I have this here. Someone wanted to put a dog chain around you. Someone wanted to put a dog chain around them, but it was a sneaking in. It was almost like an image thing, like, hey, it's really cool to have a wallet chain right now. And they were like, okay, something. And it was like, hey, it's really cool to have chain bracelets right now. And they're like, okay. And then they're like, hey, it's really cool to have a dog collar around your neck right now. And you're like, okay. I don't know. I don't know what that means, but there's no, I feel like there's way less choice here. Let me put this down. Chains down. There's way less decision making to get to this point in this deck. It's like other people's decisions got you to this point, or them. It was a literal captivity. So this could be like one of those slave contracts that you hear about, and it's over, and the world wants you to renew it, and you're like, no, I'm gonna go be happy and in love instead. Bye. Good luck. Something like that. You know, they're bound in every way, or you were bound in every way. No wiggle room whatsoever. No willpower whatsoever there. So if you're still there, know that meeting them is your freedom. You're their freedom. You're each other's freedom. You're two peas in a pod. Even if you're very, very different, I feel like your love will only grow deeper. If that, maybe even spiritual attraction is there, but the immediate, oh yeah, we're getting married thing, it doesn't have to be that. You guys can take your time together as a couple, separate, outside of the public gaze or your family's gaze or disapproving frown lines or whatever. This is your past. This is their past. This is what's happening right now. Ooh, I just got chills. This is the sum is greater than the parts here. So yeah, you two, even if you were being like attacked separately, or if they were trying to chip away at them or you in whatever way that has taken its toll, there's still a calm presence to you both that they couldn't shake. So it will feel like freedom. It will feel like abundance and power. But you might need to be alone there. And that might come in faster than you're ready for. They could be a Sagittarius, or you could be a Sagittarius, or a Mercury, Neptune, Sag, something. This is active, energetic, positive growth of two very capable, powerful, patient people. So patience is called for, even if you are Sagittarius or they are. They'll know that when it's right, it's right. It could be very different from everything that they've ever experienced in a love relationship. But they're going to feel that strength from you're going to feel that strength from each other. So if you are still, very young and in the early stages of your career, this is not a forever break. This is just a break for right now, and it will build your confidence, build your willpower. Your resourcefulness will be appreciated by this person. Why would it have not been in the past? I don't know. I guess because of that obligation that you had to free yourself from. I mean, you had to be very, very flexible while being in captivity, and they did too. So it could have been a persona that they took on or you did that isn't necessarily true to the core of who they are. And so you're going to be very loving and forgiving of each other, of the image that maybe you were born into. You didn't have a lot of. It could be that. It was like this image that you were born into. And you had very little say in the matter up until now. Okay, because now it's like it could have been an impulse to go out with them. Or if you haven't met yet, it might be impulsive. But it will feel calming. It will feel like freedom to you. And there will be a clarity there. There's a spirituality about the physicality. Okay, and that brings you after, or them, after being drained of life and of hope and of love. So they could be getting out of a very toxic situation, or you have. Like you might still be at the very end of that, but there is light at the end of that tunnel. If you're still feeling like you're trudging through molasses, it's scary. It's lonely. Okay, yeah. No, yeah. You both had to break free from everything you knew. Very rocky, very strenuous, very frightening pilgrimage. But it's like you both chose to find who you really are inside, and in doing that, you find each other. And so that pilgrimage continues, but now not alone. Now being the wind with the wind beneath their wings and yours. This is the Master of Serenity in this deck. Look at him. Cannot be bothered. Cannot be bothered. Doesn't need everyone in the world to cheer them on. Doesn't need to be understood by anyone else except by their mate. And they already are, so it's all good. I got you, you got me. I appreciate the peace in you. You appreciate the peace in me. I understand the perfection of nature. And this is all about a beautiful, flowery, fresh green meadow. So it could be dates where the only thing you're surrounded by is the beauty of a perfect nature. Okay, so this isn't a park. You know, nature isn't a park. If it's a reserve park where humans haven't gotten their sticky fingers into it yet, it's something like that. There's a happy place for you always there together. But y'all can't bring you might not be able to bring your families. They might not see it that way. They might not see nature as perfection. They could be, or the friend group could be stuck in this nature is something to be conquered, which only leads to destruction. And, you can't eat money. We don't sell our souls for money. We don't sell our souls for position. That sort of thing. So one of you is what they've walked away from or is walking away from. It's got to be a toxic friend group or a way of seeing love that they were born into, that they're starting to logically see doesn't work for them. Okay, this lifestyle, if you're on the other end and you're seeing your twin go through this and come out of it, a very toxic situation, it's like you couldn't have explained it to them, especially if they're very, very scientific, logical, they're becoming spiritual as we speak. But logically, they will see that that lifestyle wasn't for them, or that way of being, or that path is not the way. It's not the light. What was that? Can I pull from this? Okay. Ooh. Okay. So it could be that one or the two of you were on kind of opposing ends here of alphabet sort of gang stalking and the gang stalky, let's say. And then I don't know. Or that's just what you both... No. I feel like one of the two of you was born into this kind of toxic culture where it's like the ends justify the means, whether it's military service, alphabet agency, or love is about what you can get out of the person. So it's not true love, it's a sugar mom, it's a sugar pop daddy. And what's this? You both had close calls with almost getting married to other people. And those other people were more like handlers than they were lovers. And that goes for the both of you. Y'all narrowly escaped being set up in a serious kind of way that would have... Ooh. Yeah, there's freedom here for you two together at the top of this summit here. So it could be that one of the two of you is coming out of that contract where what you should not do is re-sign that contract. Like you should be focused on love right now is what I'm seeing. Expect maybe resistance from your own mind if you've been so focused on career that it's taken over everything. No, this is about what's true to you in your blood and your soul, and it's love over everything. Like this, if you've just met, this is just the beginning. Even if there's a generational gap there, okay? So it doesn't mean that because the people that are closer to your age are right. So if it's military service, it's the loyalty. So what this means in this deck is why I thought this was interesting. This is the focus. So it might not be in focus yet. They might not be in your focus yet. You might not have met them yet. This could be the very ending stages of these very powerful points in y'all's life where you're kind of mirroring each other on the other side of the world, maybe. And you can't quite see it, or you feel it spiritually, but you can't quite see their face. But that's because this is the end of the what not to do here. This would be like this. And that's pouring energy into a black hole. It's being loyal to something that's not loyal back to you. So that would be a contract, working for a company that's just trying to get as much out of you as they can. Or a family that's just trying to get you to continue hurtful practices, toxic traits. You're breaking chains there. There's going to be resistance to that. Expect resistance to whatever it is in your life that you've been pouring loyalty into that hasn't been pouring it back into you, whether it's a friend group, a job, or where you put all your time and energy. You'll feel resistance there when you put the boundaries up and it pushes back, something like that. Or you'll be able to see how people really feel about your choice to be free, your choice to move on, to move forward. to travel. This could be wanderlust. You have that in common also. So the physical longing or the loss that one of you is feeling, it's going to turn around like that, like overnight, so quick, just like that. And you're going to be two peas in a pod, like before you even know it, but there will be resistance. So there's something very perfect about your union, like nature. Something very perfect about nature. When we try to control that, it only ends up in chaos, confusion. And I don't think there's any chaos or confusion between the two of you, really, when it's just you looking each other in the eye in a room. Really, this is serenity. There's so much peace here. I'm just like, there's so much peace here. You're so capable. You're both so capable of being each other's, I want to cry, of being each other's escape out of this hell, out of this bondage, without knowing where it's going to end up here, and without getting advice from anyone, because nobody can really give you advice, and nobody can really give them advice, because y'all are surrounded by, so if you're the fire of earth father, there would be outside influence trying to drag them away with the matrixy glamour of life. And even if that caught them in the past, they can't be bothered now. They've chosen peace. And by choosing peace, they're choosing you. So even if it hasn't happened yet, know that this is, oh God, this is just such a beautiful work of art, you two coming together here. It could be that you make music together. It could be that you actually literally make art, or you literally bring beautiful, powerful, magical babies into this world, and they're already kind of being formulated in the spirit as your spirits intermingle in the dream state, so that you can recognize it when it comes, because you're so different. So be patient. There's something about the circle of life, the cycle, circle, stars, astrology, understanding that divine timing means patience. Connect with the stars, with the cycles of the moon. Understand and be self-aware about how it affects you if you haven't yet, or that's what they are doing, so that they can keep their composure when they do meet you and it's overwhelming. Okay? But this is perfection. This is a beautiful, a blossoming flower. You can't force a flower to unfurl. And I'm getting that song, all flowers in time bend towards the sun. They say, I know you think there is nobody for you, but here is one. Yeah, all flowers in time. So all flowers in time, there's a flower for you. To grow roots with each other, become enmeshed in each other's life and spirit and soul and body. But there is no us as far as the greater world here. So it could be that in your past or their past, there was a lot of the us, the we, the ensemble, the family, what's good for no more. So if you are a public person and you are born into a kind of exhibitionist type world, that's over. that's over for you, and it'll feel really good. It might feel different, but it won't be scary. The walking away from the so-called stability family, and I mean, this isn't forever. This isn't isolating yourselves and being like, codependent and toxic somewhere. No, this is a period of letting your souls find the peace and comfort in each other, in nature, away from the handlers, the monitoring, the eyes. There are still places. There might not be a trail. So get comfortable in hiking boots and rugged outfits. Maybe if you need to get a different wardrobe, because even if you came from the city or they did, it's like you can take the boy out of Mother Nature, but you can't take the Mother Nature out of the boy, or the girl. And if you're like, no, I can't be that for someone right now, absolutely you can. Yes, you can. And if that's the resistance, see it, feel it, and take control of it. False evidence appearing real. They are not who you dated before. Nowhere near it. And if this is like a returning ex, this isn't for you. That's not really what I'm talking about at all. So this is someone like new to you. New to your life, a new lifestyle, but you will find balance and grounding and stability, comfort and peace in each other in perfect nature. And if you can keep that there for as long as you can, that's the key to success here. All right? Oh, this is getting long. All right. I hope that resonates. I'm going to leave it there for an air sign that's about to fall in love and get married and have babies. Okay, I don't want to scare you. How about fall in love and be really, really happy and find security, peace, joy, balance, abundance. And this kind of a sleepover every night. Wake up in a field of flowers. Didn't know you could ever be so happy in your life. All right, I'll leave it there. I love that for you. I'm Walker. This is Dance Walker Tarot, and I'll see you for the next one, all right? Bye-bye.